Hey everyone, this is Jay, also known as Faraday. I'm back again for a second try of the podcast. This time it's just going to be me and Ross, and it's a little bit more structured. And by structured, I mean we just talk about movies for most of the time. Again, this is kind of just me testing out if I want to continue doing podcasts. So there's really going to be nothing too crazy. I don't have like intro music or anything like that, so that's why you hear my voice. So there's that. Let me know what you think if you like listening to this kind of stuff. I'm trying to make it so that we talk about other things besides movies, but we'll just see how it goes with future episodes. Anyways, I hope you enjoy what you hear, and thanks for listening.
All right.
You're gonna start this off with you just downing a bottle of
Oh no, I was gonna
crack
sip it while we
cocaine.
go. Yeah, it's basically sugar, and that was it. Sugar and alcohol. Like nothing good for me.
What's the point of even like doing it then?
To get drunk.
If it's not pure alcohol and gasoline, don't even talk to me.
Like literal rocket fuel. It serves me no purpose.
I mean, isn't that what everyone drinks?
I mean, I
If
guess
I go to a bar, I expect rocket fuel
rocket fuel.
up the
Okay,
ass.
up the ass, and
Yep.
you're gonna butt chug your rocket fuel.
Yeah, I'm gonna butt chug. I'm gonna funnel it, butt chug the rocket fuel while I keg standing more rocket fuel.
Jesus,
It's
that
like
just sounds like a terrible time, man.
getting DP'd by rocket fuel.
What's the other hole that you're getting DP? Is that your mouth then?
Yeah, I'm getting spit roasted
Oh.
in rocket fuel.
See, I thought they were just gonna put like a catheter through your dick, but then they'd have it go into it.
Oh yeah, all holes.
Yep.
Nostrils too. Get like a whole like scuba gear, but like pump it with jet fuel.
Oh my. No. This needs to stop.
I mean, that's just how I start my mornings.
With a nice old spit roast.
Oh yeah. But hello, listeners. Welcome to the Faraday
Oh, hi.
Podcast. Oh hi, didn't see
Wasn't that
you
a
there.
great start?
Uh,
How are you?
I say the Faraday Podcast, but we actually haven't even like thought about a name for this.
I mean, you put all the work into it. I'd say you should take ownership for it, man.
Just put my online name podcast. It doesn't
Yep.
really roll off the tongue all that well.
I mean, I guess, like, do you have any, should we have some ideas what we should throw out for a name? And then, like, once we figure out the name, we'll just we'll put it at the end and have it be the title.
Yeah, it can be the furry podcast.
I mean, I might have to disagree with that one.
What? I don't see a
But
problem with it at all.
I mean, not to exclude some listeners, it's just not my cup of tea. I can respect it, but it's not my kink.
Wait, what are you talking about?
I thought you said furries.
Yeah, because ferrets are really fluffy and furry.
I mean, yes. I mean, they are really good cat snakes, but
Hell yeah.
yeah.
What were you
Have
talking
you
about?
ever? I mean, I was thinking that we would be attracting listeners on the ploy that they were wanting to find furry podcasts, and they would be disappointed that
Oh,
it was not about furries. But I
whoa.
think they'd be happy because you would have a very nice podcast for them to listen to anyways.
Ross, I love you,
Yeah.
but
Am I thinking too much?
if you ever came out as a furry to
Yeah.
me,
Okay.
I would unfriend you on Facebook so fast.
You know what? I would do the same
If I
because I hate because
if
I
I
hate
woke
myself.
up one morning
No, I
and I
don't.
realized I was a furry, I just fucking
Yeah.
go into the
Like,
bathtub and drown myself.
Oh, I'd drop a toaster.
Oh yeah, that's the only way to get rid of your inner furry.
Gross.
But my name's Jay. To all the listeners,
My name's Ross. Hello.
yeah, I say first names just because it'd be really awkward to talk to you, calling you corrupted. Like I know you
Corrupted
too
one.
well.
Corrupted 17. Excuse you.
Corrupted 17, the 17th.
Of December. I shortened it like within the last couple of years. It used to be my birthday.
Ooh,
I'm not gonna say the year because I need to keep myself anonymous to y'all. But
name's Ross
fall
though.
17. Yeah. My name is Ross. I was born on December 17th. So, I mean, that's enough. And I guess you should. Do you want my social security with that too? I
At
mean,
least the first 8 numbers.
the first eight. So, all of them.
Yeah. I mean,
Are you ready?
I
Are you
didn't say
ready?
it. What?
No, I'm kidding. I'm not going to give you
Oh,
it.
what? You're right. You caught
I
me
don't like.
when with my pants down.
Oh,
IRL.
shit, man. I knew those numbers were going to get you off.
That's the only reason why
That's the only reason.
yeah. It's what gets me out of bed every morning. It's like, oh, today's the day I'll be able to get
I'm going to get
Ross's
Ross's
social.
numbers.
I'm gonna get Ross's digits.
Uh, uh,
So what have you been up to this whole week, Ross?
well, I've been trying to survive. It's been Hell Week at the university.
Of
Uh, I guess I can say my location of Northern Iowa.
okay.
Yeah, of Northern Iowa. It's been okay, but there's been a lot of good things though. I've gotten some job offers, which is pretty dope.
Ooh.
Yeah, I got one's not a job offer. I have two solidified jobs this year, so that's nice.
Oh.
And
Wait,
over
are
the
you gonna take
summer,
both of them at the same time?
no, they're at different times.
Oh,
But
okay.
like one of them is with a well, it's with a production house
Hmm.
in downtown, and shout out to Pixel Labs, by the way, you guys are great.
Well, really
Hashtag
being
ad. No, I'm
anonymous
just
here.
kidding. Whatever. Yeah, they're great. So I'll be working with them, and then in the summer and the school year, I'll be working as a peer mentor for the Art Foundations program. So that's cool.
Ooh.
And I just got an email from this other place I applied for that's like, hey, I know it's kind of late, but if you're still looking for a place to work at, we can set up a not mock interview, but like an interview with you. I was like, sure, why not? Because I could always work weekends.
Yeah.
And that'd be teaching art lessons at a art gallery. So that's pretty cool.
Whoa. Art lessons
Yeah,
at an art gallery.
yeah, that's pretty dope.
Look at
And then
you.
like I know. And then like one of my professors was like, "Hey, we're looking like my son wants a babysitter that's a guy because like he's tired of girl babysitters because like they're not fun."
Yep.
And he's like, he just got a skateboard, so and I know how to skateboard, not very well. I can't do a kickflip, so don't ask. But yeah, he wants somebody to do that, so I might do that in my free time as well. So I'll be busy, but that's been my week.
That sounds pretty sick.
How's your week been?
It's been well, it's actually been a lot busier than it usually is.
Yeah.
I
How so?
Considering that I actually got outside for the first time in
Holy shit.
months. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, 'cause you don't do.
I don't do anything. Man. I'm
Oh. Whoa. Gotta get that Crash Bandicoot meme in everywhere. Never let it die.
dude, that's my favorite meme.
It's so nice. But yeah, back to your week.
Okay, so I had to drive down to my hometown to take a driver's license test.
Mm-hmm. How was that?
I instantly failed it.
Do tell.
So leading up to it, it was very stressful because, it's like make it or bust. The only reason I did it was because I was like hounded by my relatives to do it.
Well, I mean, wasn't your license like super expired?
Yeah, it was like 3 years expired, but
Jesus.
I've never had a problem with it up to this point.
What was the problem?
The only problem is that I had an expired license. That was the only problem.
Okay. Oh.
And so I went to my hometown's courthouse, which I'm able to take like the tests like wherever. So I could have gone to the DOT up here and
Yeah.
doing it at a small town courthouse is like it goes a lot faster. Like the process goes a lot faster. So
Okay.
I went there Monday. I drove there Monday because I had the test Tuesday morning, and I don't wake up in the morning, so it's best to just be there.
You just don't do mornings.
Yeah. I'd rather just be there rather than like drive super early.
Yeah.
And so we do the whole process and I take the test. So the chick, very stern, unemotional, not talkative whatsoever.
I mean, sounds like a driver's ed person, so.
Yeah. I tried to make small talk and she just told me to stop. And so she told me to take turns and go through intersections. Not go through them, like drive through red lights, but like,
Yeah. I mean,
driving test stuff. But there was a stop sign that I came to that I did a rolling stop for, and
Yeah. Why?
because it's the most natural thing. And like it was a stop. In all intents and
Okay.
purposes, it was a stop. But when
She's just a stickler.
so like it was the intersection, she told me to take 2 rights and then drive back. So basically a full circle. And so she told me to park back at the courthouse, and she's like, "All right, I stopped you because you did a rolling stop. Blah blah blah." She counts a stop as being at a complete stop. The ground is not moving for 2 seconds as a complete stop.
That's
And so
okay.
since
That's
I didn't do that,
ridiculous.
since I didn't do that, she just said that I'm able to reschedule another driving test and to call for availability times. After that, she got out of the car. I rolled up my windows and I screamed very loudly, and I I got a little angry.
I mean, I'd say it's justified.
And I got a little teary-eyed because I'm like, why am I going through all of this? And so there's nothing for me back at hometown, so I just drove back up here, and I just told myself, fuck it, I'm just going to get an identification card at the DOT.
Yeah.
So
Honestly, that just might be better.
So I did that the next day, so Wednesday.
Okay, my dudes.
And there was like 2 people in there tops.
Oh, that's nice.
I had all my stuff already there. Like all you need is like your birth certificate, your social security card, proof of residence, so like just your utilities bill.
Yeah.
And then $8. And so I had that all on me, and I was in and out in like 10 minutes. And I had my identification card.
Well, that's nice.
Yeah, I'm like, I should have just done this shit from the get-go.
I mean, then you wouldn't have been able to drive.
I could still physically drive.
Yeah, but you just wouldn't be doing it legally.
Yeah, I mean, I'd be on the same level of high schoolers drinking. That's how illegal I'm being.
I mean, I suppose, yeah, that works.
Or people doing the marijuanas.
Oh, shit.
Oh, toss me to hell.
Or, toss me to hell, and while you're at it, give me the rest of that lettuce.
Yeah. Give me the rest of that lettuce, man. If I'm going to hell.
Might as well do it all.
The cat. Yep.
But, I mean, besides, you're going to DC anyways, so, I mean, you really don't need to drive out there.
Yeah.
And it'd be stupid, because it'd be super, like, crazy expensive.
Yeah, driving and just cars in general is just super hectic out there. And the only thing I would need an ID for is just like getting past airport, the TSA.
Yeah, and then like jobs and stuff.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just thinking about like the next couple of weeks.
Oh yeah, of course.
But like jobs, all that's done. So I'm not worried about that. That's done. Other than that, I went to a UPS store to get a quote on how expensive it is to send my desktop out.
Yeah.
They said $60 at the least.
It's not too bad.
Yeah, that was, I mean, it's not, I guess.
Yeah, it's a carry-on.
I know, I wish it could be a carry-on.
Yeah.
But the dude just said $60 for the desktop, because I also need to be tossing in my monitor, so the price is only going to be going up.
Mm-hmm.
And so,
as expected.
Yeah, I'm not too freaked out about it, but I'm not happy at all about it.
Yeah. I mean, I'd say if I was making a trip out there anyways, I'd be like, well, I guess I could just take it along with me, but that'd definitely cost more than $60. But I wouldn't want to charge you for that anyways if I was going out there.
So that's what I did. That was earlier today.
Mm-hmm.
Other than that, I've kind of just been lazying it out. I played D&D with a group of people that I play online with. I did that last night.
Yeah. Was that good?
That was a lot of fun. We fought an undead blue dragon.
Ooh.
And lived. I died instantly. But like dying in 5th edition is
why'd you do that?
Because I had like 70 HP and the dragon's lightning breath did like 86.
Well, that's dumb.
Yeah.
Did you roll a 1?
Like, you're able to take half damage if you pass its like dexterity saving throw, but my character is an old man and his dexterity is 0. So
he's got that arthritis.
Yeah. So any dexterity saving throw I was gonna have to make, I'm like, I might as well just be dead. which I did
Fuck
die.
it.
But
Oh
we,
man.
we we fought it and we
I
killed
mean,
it
they
and I
fought it. You
lived.
just laid there.
Yeah. Well, like if you get healed, then I guess what they did was that you just wake up and you're good to go again. So I got healed back up to like 8 HP.
Yeah.
And so since I'm the strength character, so like think of me as like the Reinhardt of the group. I'm like the old
Yeah.
strength-based daddy.
Just brute.
Yeah, I'm a big, extremely buff grandpa.
Yep, I like that.
And so they gave me a Molotov barrel, and
Okay.
they told me to toss it at the dragon, who was like, it was like a car chase scene. So like we were in a cart, we were going at max speed, and the dragon was like flying at us. So like it was behind us, shooting lightning
Yeah.
as we're in the cart trying to like shoot back at it.
I'm just imagining you guys in like a fruit cart, just
Yeah,
being pulled along by a guy. It's like, I'm walking as fast as I can.
it was actually a crab. That's the horse.
Oh my
It's
god.
a giant crab.
That was pulling you guys
Yep.
along. That's great.
But
Was it like a giant hermit crab or something that also lived in the crate?
oh, that'd be amazing. But no,
I
I don't think
know.
so.
Let me show you my wares.
Oh God, is this your home?
Like, welcome home.
This is my
Welcome to my
house.
humble abode.
Sorry, I wasn't expecting guests.
Wasn't expecting visitors. Can I fix you a drink?
I threw the Molotov barrel at the dragon, and so
Yeah.
the DM's like, just roll a strength check. Whew. When he told me to do a strength check, I was pretty relieved because that's the only thing my character's good at. So I
Is he at least somewhat smart?
oh yeah, he's a strength and wisdom based character.
Oh, so he's a smart grandpa, but he's just old, smart and strong, but he's old, so he's not as fast, I'm
Yeah,
guessing.
yeah. He's very like honor based, and he's like his thing is that he's very respectable. He's not some dumb brute. Well, I mean, he's the samurai subclass, so think of like fantasy movie style samurais, and
Oh, that's interesting.
that's him, but just
Okay.
Reinhardt version.
Oh,
So I did
I
the
like
strength check, and I passed that shit.
did
I
you
had-
roll a 20?
Yeah, I mean, I
Oh,
rolled
great.
I rolled a 19, which made the dice roll total like a 24.
Oh my god.
So like I fucking chucked that thing, and that's when we discovered the undead dragon takes double damage on fire.
Oh. So it caused twice as much damage against it?
Yeah,
Nice.
and then we killed it like a turn later.
At least you were alive to tell the tale.
Yeah. I was so happy that my character got to live because everyone, including the DM, was like expecting all of us to die, just a party wipe,
Yeah.
but we didn't. And I'm super happy because
I'm proud of you.
my character is. I really like my character. There's even like fan fiction that the party's making.
Oh, wait. And you made this character from scratch?
Yeah,
Oh, wow.
but since
Yeah,
like,
I
the
think I
thing
remember-
is
didn't
that
you,
I'm
like-
a daddy. Yeah,
Yeah. Didn't she like upload a picture of it to our group chat? Of
probably.
your yeah. Yeah, I think wasn't he like mostly gray, like the suit, like the
Oh yeah, like
samurai?
what I drew of him.
yeah, that one.
Yeah, I mean I'm shitty at drawing, but that's kind of the gist of
Well,
my
I think
idea.
you did a good job though. I mean, it's better than what I can do, to be honest. Like, I'm not that great at drawing like people and stuff, so like
I'm not
anybody
either.
that can do it better than I can, I think they're great, like phenomenal.
My only thing that I can do is just like draw thick black lines and then just color within those lines. And I hate the outcome
mean,
of
it's
it
a
because it
start.
looks. Yeah, I mean, yeah, but it looks super dumb because it's just like the low resolution doesn't help either. So, because like I don't know what a good resolution to be in is at, and so I don't know what size
Okay.
to have the brush on for the outlines.
Yeah.
And
Well, it's always better to start bigger because then you can just like cut it down at like save it as a smaller size and compress it than having to like blow it up and make it bigger.
yeah. But that's generally the gist of what he looks like.
Mhm.
But there's like 3 people in the party that's like way better at drawing and more artistic than I am, and so they've been
Beefing up your dude.
yeah. The character's name is Gin, so they're making like fan fiction and fan art. And
How do you spell it?
Gin?
So gin? Is that his
Yeah.
favorite drink as well?
Well, he's a samurai, and so I thought I'd be unique at least a little bit, so I gave him a hard G
Oh,
in the
so
name.
I bet he likes sake then
Yeah,
instead of gin.
exactly.
But I think that'd be great. I think it'd be funny if he did.
I only picked Gin because I just went to Japanese translator and put in silver.
Hmm.
And so silver is just Gin in Japanese.
Well, that's cool. I like that.
So yeah, like I have the whole backstory, and the party like likes the backstory a lot.
Hmm.
But yeah, that's what we did. It's really cool to see the other people like really take to a character that I made to that extent that they'd, draw it.
Yeah. See, like I wish, like when we did play D&D, like it was fun having you as like the DM and stuff. But like it would have been fun to play with you as like a player and stuff.
Yeah,
Just have that be in a different perspective.
as a player, I mean just me generally playing role playing games. I'm super into voices, and that's the same with Gin.
Oh, I could tell.
I
You're
also
just-
play a turtle, and I use a Kermit voice for another campaign. I play a
I
turtle.
love it.
And I use a voice. Hello, my name is Tito Tango, and I'm
I'm a turtle.
a turtle barbarian, and I appreciate it very much. If you did not look at my shell, my eyes are up here. Thank you very much. That's Tito the turtle.
That's great.
And Gin, he does not talk a lot. That's how he talks.
I tried doing some voice acting stuff for my characters, but I can never keep it consistent.
I can't either. I'll try to do characters, and A, I'll either forget what the voice was that I did with them, or B, I just start losing the voice as I'm doing it.
Yeah, or like you like change regions where your voice is from. Like the shopkeeper that you did for our campaign, you just kept like changing like continents. It'd be like midway through, it'd be like English, then it'd go to Australian, and then like over to a tiny bit of Irish and German. It's like, where are you from?
Yeah,
I just live on an ocean cruise.
I know, the accent kind of just like evolved as I kept talking.
I don't know, I like it though. I just think it's fun and it's genuine. So like,
I mean, that's just a thing that I like, is just voices for characters.
it makes the camp. It just makes it more enjoyable.
Right? That's what I think. It like really brings out the role playing aspect of role playing games, is to really get into a character. So that's why I do it, I guess.
I guess I just haven't found that character that I'm like super passionate about and into. Someday I'll get to that.
Yeah. Maybe someday we'll be able to play D&D as a group again.
Yeah, maybe less people in it, more focused people.
Yeah, I mean, commitment is always like the biggest struggle with D&D.
Yeah, I know, and just like everything.
but yeah, that's been my week. Look at that, we got through the first topic.
So, you move on to the next one then?
Yeah, from D&D to movies.
Yeah, have you seen it yet?
I have not.
Have you seen The Isle of Dogs?
I didn't see.
Oh my god,
Isle of Dogs. No, I have not.
Why?
'Cause I had D&D.
I guess.
Then I really am hesitant to spend money at the moment. But let me hear your opinion about the movie.
I don't want to give you any spoilers.
Well, just give me a spoiler-free review.
I mean, I guess I'll try. I will say to the viewers or listeners, I apologize if I accidentally give away any spoilers.
Mm-hmm.
But overall, I really love the movie. I'm always a fan of Wes Anderson films.
Yeah, he's always pretty good.
His just cinematography is just through the roof. Like, I don't know. I just always like love the goofy, isometric, and like just the way he has the movie just filmed in general. It's hard for me to pick out art like movie directors and stuff by their like film style.
Yeah.
But like as soon as I see like any bit of a Wes Anderson film, whether that be through the typical actors he uses, because he always uses the same consistent actors throughout all of his movies. I think that's super unique. Doing that, and then like just the way he handles the camera, I just instantly spot it. It's his.
Yeah, he's very iconic in the kind of panning and motion work he does with his cameras.
Yeah, and like the spontaneous running of characters, and just there's a lot of similarities of actions between each one. And even though there are a lot of similarities between the movies, like I always keep going back to them. But like I've been more of a fan of like his live action works, like with Grand Budapest, Moonrise Kingdom, Rushmore. I just enjoy those more. I just feel like it's easier to connect to them.
Mm-hmm.
Like, because like I haven't honestly seen Fantastic Mr. Fox all the way through, and I know it's a really popular one. It's just like I guess just wasn't in the right headspace to watch it for some reason.
Mm-hmm.
Isle of Dogs, like from the bits and pieces I've seen of Fantastic Mr. Fox, because they're both stop motion films, they both do such a good job of portraying the story through these, clay figurines.
Mm-hmm.
And there's just a way that like it gives the story, it displays it in a way that normal actors in like live action films could. I don't know. It makes things seem more accentuated and just exaggerated in ways that just like real life can't. I just find that just so fascinating. I guess like it's not really a review; it's just more of like a review on his film
Yeah,
styles.
you're more just,
But
like sucking his dick.
I mean,
Would you suck
you're
his
not
dick?
wrong. I don't know. Probably not.
All right, fair, fair. Same.
Yeah, but I just love him. His movies are great, and
Yeah, he's
I
good
love
at what he
dogs.
does.
Great. I will give two paws up.
Out of five?
out of two, because I only
Ooh.
two out of two.
They have 4 paws.
I know, but they have to sit on those paws. I mean, I guess if you're like, oh yeah, four paws, because then like their bellies are being rubbed.
Yeah, exactly.
But
That was that was gonna be my
yeah,
point.
okay, yeah, four paws up
Four
then,
paws up. All
and a
right.
wagging tail. Four paws
Ooh,
up and a wagging
wow.
tail.
That's like
That's
a
my review.
12 out of 10.
Yep.
I'm glad you really liked it then.
I did, and it was just really cute, and it made me appreciate dogs more. Like honestly, I consider myself more of a cat person because fucking love my cat. Her name is Toast, and she is the most perfect little cat I've ever met. I never really lived with a dog until this year, and it took a little bit of adjustment to get used to that. But I definitely appreciate dogs a lot more since my own personal experiences this year, and then also just this movie too. It made me cry, honestly,
Whoa.
because dogs are just so pure, and we do not deserve them.
Have you noticed there's a big shift in like the public's eye about what's cute now? Because like if you
About what?
remember in like 2015, 2016, cats were like all the rage and like women
Well, I
were
mean,
striving to be crazy cat women. And now
yeah,
it's kind of flipped to where like you see dogs and everyone's saying like, "Oh, that's a good boy right there." And like everything's like dog related, like they're like
puppers.
they're the new cat of okay.
Yeah, I know what you mean. I'd still say they're both extremely relevant in like pop culture and just everybody fucking loves them and like all the memes and stuff. But I definitely have noticed that dogs have been trending more in memes and like just cute videos and stuff.
Yep.
I mean, I feel like the content's a lot easier to get for dogs too, just because they're so like devoted to humans compared to cats, where like they're just like, yeah, I know I'm cute, but I don't want to do that.
Yeah,
But
like cats are equally as known for being assholes
yeah, I mean,
online.
they're a lot more independent. But
Yeah.
I have a question for you.
Mm.
It refers to dogs and cats, but not the generic question. It's like, oh, are you more of a dog or a cat person?
I'm an
But
ass
the
person.
question, I mean, that's not a okay, whatever. I agree, but I
Hell
am
yeah.
more talking. It's more with the love of animals, like the humans' love towards the animals, but the love from the animals towards humans. I
Mm.
understand like because like with dogs, it's like unconditional, like they love you literally no matter what. I personally, I mean, I own a cat and she loves me, but I feel like the love of a cat is almost more rewarding. I feel because they choose to love you and they're more selective with the people that they love.
Yeah.
So I used to have a cat back in my parents' house that was very selective with who she loved. So it was basically my mom, and then she kind of liked my sister and I, but that was basically it. Maybe besides that, like she really didn't love that many other people.
Yeah, I
So that's
feel
just something
like
I noticed.
yeah, for dogs to be on that same level, there usually has to be some type of like trauma to make
Yeah,
them scared of people. My family has 2 dogs, or not 2 dogs. My mom has 1 dog, and my aunt has a dog. And both of them were raised beforehand, like really poorly to where it like messed them up.
yeah,
And my mom's dog absolutely hates men. He is a little bitch who just does nothing but run in terror and shakes if he's like close to a guy.
Really?
Yeah. But now he's okay with me, obviously, because I've been around him a little more than the other guys. But
Yeah.
like if he sees a stranger that's also a dude, he
Mhm.
is on the opposite side of the house.
Really?
Yeah. And my aunt's
So,
dog, he
mhm.
kind of works the same way, but just with everyone in general, he just constantly, but he's a barker, so he constantly barks at the
Yeah.
person. And that's just because he was in his cage and
Yeah.
like
Oh,
left unfed and untreated for like a very long period of time or something. I
jeez.
forget the story,
So he
but
was
it's
like
like along that.
super malnourished and no attention given to him.
Yeah, and I guess he was like really bloodied with trying to escape from his own cage.
Yeah.
Like his teeth was like falling out or some shit.
Jeez. But I
Yeah.
mean, honestly, like if I was in that position where I was a dog and was mistreated that much, I would be pissed at like people that were similar to the person that did that to me. Like I wouldn't be able to trust them.
Yeah, right.
So
It's
yeah, I
totally
mean makes complete
understandable.
sense. Yeah.
But like that's the kind of level traumatic for a dog to not be
Love people that
unconditionally.
much.
Yeah.
Yeah, I totally understand. That makes complete sense too.
That
But
I mean that's just from my little observation of dogs.
yeah,
Other than that they're good boys.
they're good boys and pups.
You know what else is a
And
good boy?
what? Me?
Uh Tom Hardy.
Yeah, he is.
And
He's a great boy.
he looked
Great
pretty
pants.
great in this new Venom trailer.
Hmm.
Do you like that little
Sorry to say it.
transition?
Yeah, I did actually,
Does
but you know how you have not seen Isle of Dogs yet?
you have not
I
seen the
have
Venom
not.
trailer?
I haven't seen the Venom trailer.
Go see it right
Could you
now.
give me? Can you give me a synopsis of it?
I mean, you get to actually see Venom this time.
You do instead of Tom Hardy just like breathing and screaming.
I'm looking it up right now. So you can
Okay.
fucking watch it. All right, we're back. We have Ross, who's now seen the trailer, and we're going to talk
Yeah,
about it.
I'm all caught up.
All right. So,
Well, I'd like to say I have a nice Tom Hard on now, but
I do get a nice Tom Hard on whenever I see Tom Hardy.
yeah, that was really cool. I don't know, like I love the anti-hero kind of superhero movie just
Yeah,
because like
it's going to be
it
different.
gives yeah, and I really liked how with like I'm basically just comparing it to other movies now. Like with
Yeah.
other Marvel ones, you know, like Deadpool, that one was a really good anti-hero movie that was, you know, a funny one.
Yeah.
And this one seems more serious, and I prefer those types of superhero movies.
Hmm.
Dark Knight trilogy, that was my shit. And honestly, like I know the newer DC movies are getting a lot of flack, but I prefer them to be more like serious and be the more like thought provoking. Like I know like a lot of people are like, oh, I don't want whenever I see a super movie, I'm tired of it being so like dark and brooding and stuff. But like I prefer them like that. They seem more interesting to me. And it seems like this Venom movie is gonna be like that.
Yeah. I
What do you think?
I was very impressed with the trailer as a whole.
Yeah.
The first time I saw it, I didn't have any problems with it, and I was very excited about
Mhm.
seeing Tom Hardy play a character to where he looks rather frantic, and rather than
Yeah.
being in a position of like stoic power, like he was kind of like Mad Max, where he didn't talk a lot, he was just very like masculine in that movie.
Yeah. Yeah, he seems a lot more like frantic and scared in this. I mean, he
Yeah,
had like this thing is basically taking over his body, and it seems like he has no control over it because he said we are Venom
yeah.
like at the end of it. And I was like, that's dope. And
So
the
yeah,
CGI is looking really good on that. Like if this thing was done like, you know, 10 years ago, it would have looked awful. I can almost guarantee you. Pretty close to like Spawn level stuff. Also, have you seen Spawn?
I have a long time
Oh
ago.
my, yeah, it's bad. It does not age well.
Yeah,
His CGI cape is terrible.
that's the one thing I remember is that the cape was just like an eyesore, out of
Yeah,
position kind of thing. I looked at some Reddit comments, which is
yeah.
probably the last thing you should do, but I
I
did.
mean, it's better than Facebook comments.
You're right.
Yeah,
Where it was in the movies subreddit, where people generally at least take talking about movies seriously. They didn't like the stuff that was written a
Really?
bit. So
Huh.
the couple points that they're talking about is the fact that in bold words, when they were doing like the cut, it's like prepare to be blah blah. You know what when they do
Yeah, yeah, of course, like
the
between
cuts?
like clips.
Yeah. The fact that they used the word anti-hero rather
Yeah,
than using some word that's a little bit fancier, or like the fact that anti-hero being it a bit too on the nose.
yeah, because he's more of like a villain, isn't he?
Well, he's supposed to be a villain, yeah, but like
Yeah.
the fact that they're like get your anti-hero on, it's like really.
Yeah, they're being too blunt with it.
Yeah. And the other point that they made was at the beginning of the trailer, Tom Hardy says, "The guy you work for is evil." Like
They're being
like as if
too
this
like
was 1940s comics level of, you know.
yeah, they're just being too obvious with it. They need to be more like let the audience like interpret it more than just being told how to interpret it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Those were the 2 points. And like on the second watching of it, I'm like, yeah, that, they probably could have worded things a little bit more interestingly rather than
Yeah.
the guy you work for is evil.
Yeah.
Oh,
Something
good job.
I just yeah, something I just noticed too. So you know how in our last podcast we talked about the Spider-Man movies and stuff?
Yeah.
And how like the first three, like how those ones have been seen as like, the preferred Spider-Man movies,
I mean,
Spider-Man movies.
they're coming
I
around to
mean,
be the preferred now. Yeah.
yeah, that was done by
Yep.
Sony Pictures, and this new Venom movie is as well. And I think that's going to be really good because they have the rights to it. And I feel like if Disney ever got the rights to Venom and those other Spider-Man, other Spider-Man villains, I feel like it's going to be just like they're just going to cash it in with like the typical Marvel movie formula, and it's just not going to be good.
Yeah. I don't know the reason why they gave up Spider-Man, but they did. They did the original trilogy, and then they tried rebooting it again.
Yeah,
With the what's his face's name for
Andrew Garfield.
yep for 2 movies, and
Yeah, he's got a nice face too.
that also flopped. And
Yeah.
so after that, Marvel gained the rights to Spider-Man,
Mm.
and so that's why Marvel produced this new Spider-Man movie. And so I'm guessing since Sony doesn't have a Spider-Man property or like a Marvel property to go off of, they're
Yeah.
digging through their, little pile of IPs and like, ah, shit, what we got? Venom? We have Venom?
We can do that. Let's do it.
And so they're like, all right, well, we're just going to have to make Venom the new Spider-Man for our company.
I mean, I'd be fine with that.
Yeah.
If Tom Hardy can do like if he can keep out of the Spider-Man 3 territory,
Yeah.
like if Venom can get to Venom 3 with it being still good, I think that'll be good.
Yeah, I just don't know. Like, Sony has not had the best record with like superhero movies, considering that like they've done Super Spider-Man 3 into the Garfield movies, and they
Yeah.
So I mean, I
Wait,
don't know if it's gonna
like
be like another
like the
average.
cat or the actor? But did they have the cat one? Like,
I
did
don't
they
think
make
so.
the? I'd hope not, because that'd be terrible.
I want to
Yeah.
know who did Suicide Squad. Do you know?
David Ayer, and that was with DC. That was pretty bad. I don't
Does
know. I think
Sony?
it was Warner. It was Warner Brothers.
Okay.
Yeah. Let's see. Suicide Squad. Oh my
Who?
God.
Who
Yeah, they're
from?
making a second one. It's called Hell to Pay, maybe? Oh no,
Uh,
that's an animated one.
oh, I mean, I always liked the animated DC movies.
Oh yeah, like the direct to home ones. Like they
Direct to DVD.
definitely I mean, yeah, they definitely do much better in their animated division. Like
I agree.
I feel like everybody props up Marvel to be like the best comic book one just because their movies are great. I mean, they're fun to watch, but like I don't feel like they're deep. They're not that deep.
Yeah, I completely agree with you. They are what I call just machine movies now, to where they're just part
Yeah,
of the, money making machine, and
they just follow the same formula for every movie.
yeah, all the movies are very processed. It doesn't mean they're bad, it's just that they're not,
Refined.
they're not art. They're just
Yeah,
money makers.
it's fodder.
Yeah.
Fodder to the people. Yeah, with those animated DC movies, like I think they put a lot of work into them. And like they've have iconic voices still doing all of them. Like
Yep.
Tara Strong, she still does Harley Quinn since her debut. Just
Yeah.
fucking
And the
awesome.
the same voice for Batman still does Batman. Like he gets called in for every single animated Batman movie.
I
It
mean, he's
does
done
it.
like every single game too, except Arkham Origins.
Yep.
God, he's fantastic. I'm blanking on his name, and I should know this because he's perfect.
I'll just
Ah,
edit in the name once I Google it later.
it's Kevin Conroy.
Kevin
There we
Conroy.
go. Yep, he's great.
Yeah.
Oh God.
But Venom trailer. How many stars out of 5 would you give it from just
Do I
seeing it?
am I doing pause again, or can I have another unit of measurement?
Uh, Tentacles.
Tentacles?
Yep.
Ooh. Well, I think I saw him give. He had 5 tentacle reactions in the clips I saw.
Hmm.
I think I would give it maybe 3.5 tentacles out of 5. Yeah, I mean, I thought it was great. It was good, but I don't know enough about it to really give it like outstanding ovation, I guess.
Yeah.
I
I mean,
still,
the trailer was good for being a trailer, but it didn't like hype me.
yeah, and I liked that. Like, I get too disappointed when they overhype things and like expect it to be, oh, this is gonna be so cool, and then it's like, oh, this is like nothing like the trailer.
Yep.
Again, Suicide Squad.
You right?
Their trailer was honestly probably better than their movie.
There was
Uh,
there's only one movie where its trailers hyped me to no end. Revenant.
Still haven't seen it. Is that the one
Neither have
with
I.
DiCaprio
Yep.
and the bear?
Yep.
Yep. Okay, yeah, I still haven't seen it. I
I
need
have not.
to.
I have not.
DiCaprio's so nice. Like I like his face.
He's a cool
But
dude. But
yeah,
seeing
he's great. He cares
trailers,
about the environment.
the trailers were hella fucking good, and I was
Mhm.
like, man, I want to see this movie so bad, and I could not get enough of like the things that I was seeing in the movies or in the trailers because whoever made the trailers, like the fact that like it was some dude breathing, like it was DiCaprio breathing. And the rhythm of his breath was like going with the clips, and I was like, "Oh
Yeah.
my god, these trailers are oh!" And I wanted to see the movie so bad, but never got around to it.
Yeah. I mean, I'm sure you could still find it somewhere.
Oh
But
yeah.
back to the review about the trailer. So yeah, the 3.5 tentacles. I was glad that it didn't pump me up. Like it pumped me up, but not to the point where I was gonna like expect it to be over the top and exaggerated. To the point where like the movie is gonna be nothing like what the trailer portrays. But
Yeah.
I was also happy that it didn't like give away a ton of the movie. Like, I mean, it gave away the like a lot of the intro or like beginning parts that I know you don't like.
Yeah, the
The
parts where I kind
first
of just
half
skip.
hour that you can skip.
Yep, you know.
Yeah, but like the rest of it, I felt like it ended right at a good point where it said like we are Venom, and the mask like tentacle thing goes around his head
Yeah.
and the teeth show. Like I thought that was a really nice way to end it. However, I feel like not the calling card, but like their poster like thing, it just seems like pretty generic,
Oh
and I feel
yeah,
like I've
the
seen
the
it
face
before.
of Venom like coming
Yeah, I feel
through.
like I see that all the time, and I want like a different style of movie poster.
Yeah, there was nothing in general with the trailer. There's nothing new that like no other trailer has done before. It's just
Yeah.
another, movie trailer
Yeah.
with the staple make face out of something at the
Yeah.
end trailer.
They can only do so much though with what they have.
I'm sure. They didn't
Yeah.
try to do something too different. More Tom Hardy, which we
Yep.
can't get enough of.
Yep. And we
Uh,
actually have seen this.
yes, we have seen this. I've seen this 5 times in the
I've only
theaters
seen it a
alone.
couple times. But so we mentioned it before. We were talking about Tom Hardy in Mad Max Fury Road.
Yeah, we talked
Uh,
about this at. I mean, we were going into the discussion of Mad Max at the end of last podcast, but then we stopped. But now,
abruptly.
very.
Oh,
But
it's done downloading. Let's go. We're done. I'm
oh,
kidding.
bye.
Shit.
But we're talking about Mad Max Fury Road. Came out. What year did it come out?
I think it might have been 2016, maybe 2015, but
It came out in 2015, May 15th, 2015.
oh wow, it's coming up to its third year anniversary.
5/15/15.
That's a good number. That's a good date.
Yeah,
Um,
that's a movie quality date.
it is. That's nice. Reminds me of the movie Nine, and it came out on 999.
Yep, that's
But
I've
it
seen
was a
that movie
weird
too.
movie.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
But Mad Max
Yeah.
Fury Road came
Tom
out
Hardy.
almost 3 years ago now.
Yeah.
That was a fucking movie. I'd have to say,
The
my
way
favorite part
that
of
they're
it was,
machines.
yeah, the machines were really good. If you were to take a snapshot of what you're seeing in the movie,
Yeah.
it would have to be when the rig and the army chasing after them, like the camera pans out to that group heading straight into a giant wall of sandstorm,
Yeah. That sandstorm is insane.
right? The
Like,
inside, when they cut to the inside, I'd probably have to dial back my likeness of the movie, probably by like a fourth of a notch, because like the CGI took me out, because I was like, oh
it's
yeah, CGI sandstorm.
a bit excessive.
Yeah, it wasn't. I'd say it wasn't the greatestly done CGI, but I mean, like,
But they did a pretty good job for what they needed it to do, though.
yeah. Other than that, I liked the
It's a lot more.
practical effects of the whole movie in general.
Yeah, I mean, what I love the most about that movie, like, I don't know if you saw any of like the like little shorts or extra content with it, like on the DVD and stuff.
Hmm.
But literally, all of the explosions are real, and
Yeah,
like those vehicles actually existed. And in a lot of the times, they could only do one take because of how expensive it was to create those things. So they had to put all of their, acting and effort into those shoots. And I just think it's like it makes me appreciate these films so much more because they're so genuine and the actors actually cared
yeah.
about the work they were creating.
I should comment, because I'm sure there's people that's not going to comment, because no one's going to listen to this. But
Hey,
I should make the point that even though I said that I like that the rest of the movie was practical effects, I do know that they put a ton of CGI around, not in the sandstorm scene. I know that like the
oh
cars
yeah,
exploding, they weren't actually in that position. They were just, copy pasted into the film. And
yeah.
like a lot of the stonework wasn't actually there. So I mean, I recognize that the whole thing wasn't vanilla old school actual. I'm just
I know
saying
what you mean though.
the sandstorm was the only part that the CGI was bad to me.
I noticed that too, but like I mean, I feel like CGI is big. You can't have a film nowadays without some form of like CGI in it. And I kind of
Yeah.
like just like I mean, I don't feel like offended by it by any means because it's like it's a movie. I'm there to have
Hmm.
fun and enjoy it. But the enjoyment that they have with the movie, I don't even know where I was going with that.
What would you say is your favorite
I'll
character
just let that
from Mad Max?
train derail. Um, Honestly, I don't know. It's been a while since I've seen it, and I know like an easy cop out would just be saying Mad Max
Yeah.
himself because he's just a stoic figure that just doesn't really do much. I mean, he does a lot of stuff, but like he doesn't speak at all, and like all of his acting is done through straight up actions,
Hmm.
and those actions themselves show so much emotion. I think that's really awesome. But, like the lead female character, I thought she was really cool in there. I feel bad that I don't remember her name.
Furiosa.
Was that
I mean, that's
not
the
like?
character's name, not the actress's name.
Well, yeah, of course. Is that like the main like hero character then?
Yeah, that was the shaved head robo arm chick.
Yes. Like when I was watching the Grammy, no, was it the Grammys? No, Oscars. Wow.
Yeah.
The Oscars for the year that this movie came out, a lot of the people were saying that it was like the film had a very feminist overtone or undertone and stuff. And I didn't realize that until I actually saw it. I was like, holy shit, this is like really cool that it's like empowering like women to not step up, but like
Stab men.
yeah, take control of like what's going on around them and like this is my world and
Mhm.
this is my life. I'm not going to have this person
It's
control it.
my life. It's now or
But
never. And I'm
I
gonna
mean,
live
real
forever.
though.
Yeah.
But like, I thought it was really awesome that
Yeah.
they had such a strong female lead with this.
Yeah, I didn't even
Um,
mind the fact that like it was a Mad Max film, but Mad Max wasn't the main character in the Mad Max films,
yeah,
which is somewhat similar to 2 and 3, to where though Mad Max was more prominent and talked more in 2 and or the original trilogy,
I haven't seen any of them. I know they're weird, but
but Mad Max in this one as well, he just jumps, or he doesn't jump, but he's just is tossed into this world slash situation, and you see him kind of just going through it. But in
Yeah,
this movie, you see him going through it almost in the like through the eyes of Furiosa. Like you see the
it's
situation
more. Yeah, it's
through his eyes, but it's her story.
that's okay. I think this is like the perfect example of like what a second person story would be. Because like I've always had a hard idea. Like I've never had like a way to describe a second person perspective. You know, first person perspective would be like I'm telling the story about me. Third person would be like uh, a different omniscient person. Like this is the story about blah blah
Yeah,
blah.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Like second person, it's like you're there with the person, but you're telling the story about this other person.
So I'm telling the story of them rather than like
Yeah,
I'm telling the story about me.
yeah. I just think that's super cool because like that's it feels like that's not really done much in film and books and such.
Yeah, usually the main character is
It's
like the main character.
yeah, and it's like super hard to like really have books or movies that work like that just because it can be really confusing sometimes. And I
Yeah.
feel like this movie really made people think, even though like some people could just dismiss it as like, oh, this is just a straight up action film. And
Yeah.
like I know like Ellie, I'm pretty sure she's not like I think I took that her to see that when it was playing at film club. Usually she's not really into action films or like animated films and stuff. So like when we saw, Isle of Dogs, that was like not really her cup of tea, but she loved it anyways because it's Wes Anderson. But with like Mad Max, it's like this is just, a lot of driving guns and
Hmm.
like just shooting and stuff.
There
And
was a
like,
lot of masculinity kind of within the scenes.
yeah,
Like you were saying
but
how things were like feminist tones. There's that,
yeah,
but like with a masculine kind of like layer of frosting on it.
yeah, it was like huge like masculine overtones with like feminist undertones that really focused on empowerment through that main character.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And I think that was a really cool feature that I think she interpreted from it. I have to remember if I'm not quite remember if she's seen it, but
What's
I want to
your
watch it now.
general favorite scene?
Um, honestly, I can't place one because it's been like probably a year and a half, 2 years since I've seen it. Sorry, I'm a bad dude.
That's
But
fine.
I think there was one that I thought was really cool is when it's like that paradise place where like the super old guy that's like the evil one.
Yeah.
It's just seeing the environments that they're in, just the way they're rendered is like really fascinating.
The little
So it's just
oasis.
like,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah, just like seeing the way it looks. Just those like environments. I'm really fascinated with like scene environments within like video games and movies,
Yeah.
and
The
just seeing like what you can explore. Like even though you can't really explore within a movie, but like just pausing it and looking at the details, it's just super cool.
Mhm. When the movie opened up and you start seeing like the poor people like crying or just like really wanting the water, and you see like a Morton Joe up in his little loft where everything happens, and you see like there's like the fat chicks who's just like getting their tits milked, and
Yeah,
you just see like a bunch of weird shit. Like you see like a fat midget guy in a chair who obviously can't walk anymore, like I don't remember if
yeah,
you know that character. Remember it?
I do not.
But he's like he had a like a telescope and he'd see everything. But he's like just some short like baby sized man.
What the fuck?
But like seeing all that happening up in Morton Joe's like house, I was like, this is a fucking Mad Max movie. Holy shit! Because the second and third original movies, they were like that.
Yeah,
And that I really liked that part because I was like, when I saw it the first time, when I saw that part, I'm like, oh yeah, I'm gonna be in good hands for a Mad Max movie.
yeah,
But favorite scene or favorite clip in general, I'd have to say when the tanker got stuck in sand
yeah.
and it was like nighttime and they knew like they had like people chasing after them. They had Max. He like went off into the distance with like a can of gas
Uh-huh.
and he just like went off into the fog where he knew the people were, and it's quiet for like 15 seconds, and then all of a sudden you just hear like gunfire and an explosion and then silence again, and then you just see Max come back from the fog. He's like, the job's done.
It's just like it's great because all that story was told like out of the scenes, so like nobody could really tell. Like there wasn't like a ton of detail with it, but it's just like that little those tiny bits of comedy that are like tasteful with these like action films. I look for those kinds of moments, and it's like, oh, you just like fucking killed like 30 people, but the way you did it, like just so matter of fact, is hilarious.
Right, like him coming back and he was like, it's done. I was just like, I got chills. I'm like, oh, you're such a fucking badass. Holy shit.
I know. That's
but
just
yeah,
great.
I would give
Wow.
Mad Max.
How many out of 18 wheels would you give it?
Oof, I'd give 20. It's got 2
Or would you
spares.
put, oh, I just put those on the front wheels. Yeah, I
I'd
don't know. I would. That'd be awful. It would not steer well.
20 flaming axes out of 18 wheels.
That's a pretty fair one, I would say.
How would you rank it?
Let's see. Trying to think of like what vehicle I liked there. Was there a guitar dude, right?
Yeah, and he had like his speaker bus.
I think I would give it a 3-story. I'll just go back to 18 wheels because that's just like that's an easier measurement.
Yeah.
I will give it 17 wheels out of 18
Ooh.
because I feel like that CGI cloud kind of made one of my wheels blow. So there we go.
Yeah.
17 out of 18 wheels. That's
can
still
do
a
that.
pretty good rig right there.
I like it. All right. What would you name this episode? In one word.
Tom Hardy. I know that's 2 words, but I don't know. I think this has more been like a film review.
Yeah, it's been film related.
Farady's film.
The second half of
Farady films.
thing has been film related, yeah.
I think there needs to be some form of alliteration with this. Having you be like the host figure is like the best part of it.
Yeah.
So I want you to take ownership with this podcast and have your name be in it in some way.
Okay.
But we have to have alliteration.
All right. The name of the podcast can be something consistent, but I want you to think of a noun.
A noun.
One word noun. Anything.
Okay. That's a lot right now. Let's see. Oh my God.
Any noun.
Any noun.
Person, place, or thing. Or idea.
I'm trying to get it.
One word.
Synonyms are not helping. Oh my God.
One word.
Farady's Fun. Farady's Funhouse. No, it's terrible.
No, I just need you to say one noun. Could be
One.
just unrelated.
Completely unrelated.
Just anything. Just a noun.
Photo.
All right. Photo. My noun will be baptism.
Okay.
So the title of this podcast will be Photo Baptism.
Oh my God, that's not even relatable.
I know, but it's catchy.
Okay.
It'll be like Photo Baptism.
Clickbait.
What are they talking
Let's go.
about?
Okay, perfect.
The name of this episode is Photo Baptism.
Season 1, Episode 2. Photo Baptism. There we
Photo
go.
Baptism. I like it. All right. Thanks everyone for listening. If you made it this far,
You guys are the best.
yeah. Do you have any last words you want to say?
Well, I enjoyed this podcast. It's been a fun evening doing so.
Yeah.
And I hope to see you guys next time. And hopefully we'll have some other dudes with us. So we'll have some more crazy opinions of, movies, pop culture, games, random questions about ourselves, and just weird things.
Yeah, I feel like really discussing movies takes up probably most of the podcast. So, I mean, if we want to be a movie podcast, that's nothing. I mean, there's nothing wrong with that. But
yeah,
we had the idea of adding other stuff.
Yeah,
yeah.
But I appreciate you guys' time. You're all perfect. Thank you.
Yeah, we love you all, especially you.
Oh, really? I
was talking.
Oh, thanks.
I was talking to that one guy in the audience. You know who you are.
I know him too, or her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But they know.
Right.
They know.
They know.
Yeah,
Now
that's who
you
I'm
know.
talking to. All right, goodbye. All right, that was episode 2. Uh, hope you guys liked it. If you did, let me know if you had things that you wanted to see improved on or talked about. Let me know as well. Other than that, thanks for listening, and expect another episode eventually. Maybe here in like another couple of weeks. I don't know if it's like bi-weekly or it's gonna change. This is just kind of just test run stuff. Anyways, bye bye.